after break as well, so that they're learning as much as possible. So we do put a lot of pressure on the students to be on time and to attend as well. During Ramadan, are you guys aware of Ramadan in the UAE? Yeah, you know a lot of Muslims, obviously it's an Islamic country, Muslims will be fasting, so the hours are different during Ramadan. People tend to work shorter hours. To accommodate this at English Path, we've had to change the schedule a little bit. Does anybody know when Ramadan is starting? 11th of March, yes. You can have the metal camel. Yeah, I won't throw it in. Okay, so on the 11th of March is when Ramadan is starting, and for that we're going to change the timings of the afternoon class to a little bit earlier. It will be from 12:45 until 4 o'clock. So between the morning and the afternoon session, they'll only have a half-hour break. And this is only until Eid. And then obviously for Eid, we're looking in the UAE, we'll probably get a week's holiday for that as well. Evening classes is something that we've just recently started up again. This is a classic evening course, so the same way we have a 3-hour session in the morning and the afternoon, we've started doing one in the evening as well. The evening classes are from 5:30 until 8:45 as well, and then you have the same 4-lesson structure and a break in the middle as well from 7 o'clock till 7:15. Any questions so far? No? Okay. We have elective classes. Now in our other campuses around the world, electives run from Monday to Friday, but here in Dubai we run them from Monday to Thursday, and we give them a little bit of an extra time. We give them an hour slot rather than the 45 minutes that they have at the other locations. And the electives run from 12:30 until 1:30, and we have a variety of different electives running. At the moment we have 2, but after Eid we are hoping to start a 3rd one as well. So you might have like idioms and phrasal verbs at the moment, and then a grammar elective is what we're running, and then we're hoping to open a 3rd business elective as well. The electives run on a 4-week cycle, so every 4 weeks we change them. So we have a different variety of topics that we can choose. We have one that's especially for the lower levels, and then we have one for the higher levels as well. And we are looking to have a business elective that runs throughout for any students that are interested in business English. We cover a variety of things: speaking, listening, reading, writing, pronunciation, idioms and phrasal verbs, grammar, vocabulary, public speaking, listening, debates, lots of interesting things. It's just a chance for the students to get away from the textbook. It's all teacher created materials, so EP staff have made all of the materials, the slides and things, and it's just interactive, and it's a chance for them to speak more and get away from the book basically. And the feedback has always been pretty good with the electives, and it's offered as an add-on, so if any students want to even later ask to join an elective, we can add them on. We also offer an IELTS, part-time IELTS class in the evening. We have one in the afternoon, but then for those that are working, we have one in the evening, and it runs 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Thursday for 6 hours, so 2 hours a day, from 6:30 till 8:30 as well. So the way that it works here, we run on a 10-week cycle. So the presumption is to complete a level, it takes a student on average 10 weeks. So they will go through the book in 10 weeks. Now obviously some students take a longer time, some students take a shorter time, and so we offer things like movers tests and things in the middle if students want to move to the next level quicker. And of course it depends on the teacher and what the teacher says about their progress, and then we can move the students up. Just to explain a little bit about their journey. So on the first day the students arrive, we make them, they basically do a written test that outlines their goals for their language learning journey. So we make them write 3 goals that they want to achieve whilst they're with us. It might be, for example, I want to speak English more fluently. I will do this by meeting people from other cultures, speaking English as much as I can, watching English TV shows. So they do that on the first day. Then we're testing the students all the time. Every Friday they have a test for us to be able to see how are they doing. What are their areas of weakness? The teacher always is aware of what we need to do to help the student achieve their goals, right? So if we can see that they're struggling with their grammar, we can offer them extra support with that, and these kind of things. So they have a weekly test every Friday. We also have a skills test in the cycle in week 4 and week 8. This is more of an in-depth test, and it tests their reading, writing, speaking, and listening as well. And it gives us an idea of what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are. So when it comes to moving the students, we really get to know them and get to know what areas they need to work on. They also have a tutorial with their teacher. A tutorial is like a meeting, a one-to-one. They have this in week 5 and week 9, and it's a chance for them to sit with their teacher, ask them any questions, look at their goals that they set on day 1, and kind of see how far are they in meeting them goals, and what can we do to further help them achieve their goals and get them to where they want to be. Ultimately, our main goal is to get the students where they imagine they want to be when they come here on the first day. And we have these steps in place to make sure that happens. Any questions so far?
For English testing every 4 or 8 weeks, you testing online or?
No, it's a paper test.
Oh, paper test.
So they'll do this in class.
Okay.
And then the teacher marks it and gives them feedback.
Okay.
About the test.
So, okay. Anyway, do you have any course that student can study like a pathway?
A pathway to
like a university here?
Okay, that's something. I mean, we have like they can do the IELTS to get into the IELTS, but a pathway course to get into universities.
We do have a pathway program that's being worked on. I think in Canada it's being rolled out.
Yeah.
It's something that we are developing in Dubai as well for pathways in universities.
Okay.
Just recently brought someone on to develop that.
Okay.
But not currently being.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, we don't do it at our school, but there are lots of colleges, universities that do IELTS, whether that's through IDP or British Council.
Wollongong is very close, so that doesn't do it there.
Okay. The other thing that we do, so once with the students doing their tests, and we can see like if students are struggling with a certain thing, or a student is learning something in class and they don't quite understand, maybe they don't know the first conditional and they want to practice it, they can book something known as a study clinic with Ryan. Ryan, do you want to tell a little bit about that?
Okay, so obviously it can be really frustrating for students who are at B1, B2, and they just can't seem to get that bit further. Obviously, a teacher tries their best to work it in the classroom, but a student can feel quite nervous. I had, so we created, well, we offer study clinics whereby they can make an appointment with me and they will tell me what it is they need to practice or get better at, and they will come speak to me 15 minutes and we will work it out. So I had, for example, one student who was Turkish and she really wanted to improve her speaking, but she didn't really have any friends who weren't Turkish, and she didn't really talk to that many people in English, even though she was at the school and she was in the classroom, but she wanted it outside. So we sat down, we looked at the kind of things she could do. There are some, for example, websites with AI speaking practices, and so I had to do some research how to help. We have, I think tomorrow or Thursday, a girl wants to practice the third conditional, I think with me. So I would sit down and talk to her about it. We've had people come in for CVs, presentations, and it's nice for me because I get to see the students and they feel like they're being supported all the way properly. So they really enjoy it. I send an email, ask them when would be suitable for them. They come to the office and we have a chat for 15 minutes. Yes, go.
Thank you for your presentation. Do you have students from local markets or from their parents lives here or some people doesn't need a visa there?
So,
Staying here.
would you like to? Or?
Yeah, we have some. Do you mean local as in the Emirati
Yes,
market?
local as the
Yeah.
people live here.
We
Emiratis
would like
or
more.
other nationalities?
we would like more. We have some. We've had a couple of students, but that is something that we're trying to tap into now.
Yeah, because basically I'm planning and trying to target that market because there's hundreds of thousands of foreigners who live here with their parents and